This left on Yom Yerushalmi Demai, Daf Lamed Zion, in the article Oz V'Hadar edition. We reached the two dots, 3 lines from the top. In the Vilna, that is Ches, Beis, Hotzi, right at the top. Okay, so Hotzi le Ma'aser Shem Toch Beso. So the Moshe points out the price of This is a different price than the ones we had previously. Mishoti Ma'aser Shem Toch Beso. Somebody took out my Shem. But that's why I'm said Padihu should be deceived. I redeemed it. Then Manu Akach he's believed. Shavade put frish. He certainly set it aside. Pad also or designated it and redeemed it. Like a member Shemalo Frisho. Can't say they didn't want to set it aside. They Shimshum Shein to Lachiach Alosu Yerushalayim because those want to go to the pain and take up Yerushalayim. Shei Pad also because we did it. Shem Tircha Alosa Mosu Yerushalayim Lo Cheshinon. Take the money up to Yerushalayim. It's not a big deal. We're not concerned about it. Like a Butircha Kuli Hai. It's not a big tircha. Avil Marla and Peduli, which is the next line. Gemara said. Okay, so let's see the next line first. So let's imagine Tashem Marla and Padihu Naman. Paduli Padula Chem Enu Naman. So the Grand name Moshe Amar and Paduli Atem or Padula Chem Etichlo so Enu Naman. Shifrisha Shemachasha out to your chasa. Well, it's a little bit difficult, but I was saying, why would it believe him that he set aside the Ma'aser Sheni if he's saying to redeem it? If he's saying telling them to redeem it. So the way the Chaim explains it, he's saying, I was paid it, but you should be paid anyway. So that if that's the case, he was not believed because he wouldn't say you should be paid it anyway, unless he actually was not paid it. Then Brit Baz says something similar here. Perhaps got it. He says that his name is Mishnah. The Mekel Suffolk Bidvarav. He's casting doubt in his own words. The Omer says it's sleep you. You may have to mami li plulachem. Came Shitil Suffolk. Over since he's casting doubt on himself. Ain't on that one. Okay, so now the Gemara, but now the next line Gemara. Basis Rabbi Lezer he the Bas continues says Vukaminon. We set it up. But this masnisin the Rabbi Lezi doesn't matter Naman Sheni Naman Larishon. In other words, if you're going to say take his word for it on the Ma'aser Sheni that's redeemed, and but taking Mistama, you're also trusting him on Ma'aser Rishon. Otherwise, forget about the Ma'aser Sheni. What about Ma'aser Rishon? So this going like Rabbi Eliezer says, "Anem l'sheni nem l'rishon," which we said yesterday. According to Baz, is because he's believed if he took a Ma'aser Sheni, he's believed that he was not makdim Ma'aser Sheni to Ma'aser Rishon. Rabbi Eliezer says, "Dibra Koli." No. He says everybody agrees with this. In Rabbana. Also, Sokoto Seves Bikurin. So the wrote on the side that had the parallel to Seves Bikurim is a Medrash Pliya, and I didn't see anybody who gives an interpretation which made me happy. That's a wrote on the entire side of my Gemara here. Let's see what we can find though. In the meantime, the Gemara goes on and says. Mato says for Bikurim, the additional, what you add on to Bikurim, Nechelis Betara, it should be eaten Betara because it's soon to be tar. Or Baturim it's exempt from Demai. Abzeh, so too, this Demai, which is said that my shame is taken off, Nechelis Mishum Sheni, Upatim Arishon. It's Nechol because of Sheni, and it exempt on Rishon. Again, it's a Tosefah, it's a Pella. So the way Reb Chaim says it, the several midos in Bikurim. The Iker Bikurim is the fig which grew first on the tree, etc. Whatever other Shiva Samim. Tosefah Bikurim, so you add things that should not Bikurim. It's in Betara like Bikurim. It's exempt from the Mai because it made like Chalas Amaretz. That is Patzumin at the Mai. So here too, since it was eaten, um, since it was designated, we was designated Ma'aser Sheni. So even Chacham say he's not somebody who's Neman Shei, he's not necessarily Neman or Rishon. It's still Pater Min Admai. There, he brings a connect. He brings parallel to the first paragraph. It says, "Al koch bekesev ma'aser sheni is Pater Min Admai." So he's required ma'aser sheni is Pater Min Admai. Except that here it's about ma'aser sheni shenifta. Ma'aser sheni which is redeemed, and it's more similar to Tosefes Bikurim. Very difficult concept, but again, as I wrote on the side, I don't know I haven't seen anything which made me happy about it. The Pnei Moshe wants to say that since he's Nema, that it's Padui, so this is different than the case of a regular case going to Rabbanon where the Nema Ma'aser Shei is not Nema Ma'aser Rishon, since there's much real so much we played and we leave on that, so Mistome took a Ma'aser Rishon. It's a nice shot, but it's nice to Tosefes Bikurim. Doesn't explain why it's like Tosefes Bikurim and what's the connection to Tosefes Bikurim. So again, it's like I said, it's a Medrash Priya, and so I'm not happy with any of the any interpretation which I saw. If anybody has an interpretation, please contact me. Okay, so the Gemara goes on. Biyami said, no, it's not going like to Chachamim. It's going to Rebbe Lezer. In other words, he rejects the connection to Tosefes Bikurim. Okay, so now we have a new the discussion, which is so it goes back to the Mishnah. It says Mishnah in the article has a header Mishkar Shem Chumas Ma'aser Shel Demai. Some use Korei Shem for Chumas Ma'aser Shel Demai. What the Mishnah say? Mishkar Shem Chumas Ma'aser Shel Demai Ma'aser Ani Shel Vadai Lo Yitlein B'Shabbos. Shouldn't take them on Shabbos, right? So we're talking about Shabbos now. So Kini Masnisa Lo Yitlein B'Shabbos. Should not give them on Shabbos. Should not give them to the Kohen or to the Ani on Shabbos. The Tnei Tzamon, because he learned over there, B'Shamrim Emelich Chala Matanos Kohen B'Yontif. You don't take Chala or Matanos, Zol Chaim and Keva, which go to the Kohen on Yontif. Ben Shumer Emesh, Ben Shumer Yom. Even they were taken off yesterday, whether they're going to yesterday, you should have done before Shabbos. They're taken off before Yontif, or taken off, or today. You shouldn't. You're taken off today. You should not bring it to the Kohen on Yontif. Ubesil matirin, and Beis say it's okay. You can bring it on Yontif. So Hada Yafa min Ahi, Vahi Yafa min Hada. The Chasim Sofer says here. That means that our Mishnah learns in Mishnah Beitza that the lo yito is not to be taken literally, but rather but it means lo yafrish. But if you were mafrish on Shabbos inappropriately, or on Yontif, the Yontif don't seem allowed to be mafrish, sorry, or they're mufrashim erev Yontif, you're allowed to give them the kohen, right? So so therefore, that's one thing. And we learn out from that which it says, a Malichim Truma, Malichim Truma, Beis Hill. Also here, Lo Yit name is Lo Yit name is no Lo Yit name. I'm confused. I don't understand what the hell is over to say here. Um, let's see. Let's give a different shot here. So Reb Chaim says, "Kini Masnisa, lo yitnein b'Shabbos." It's going on the Mishnah, like we said, Mishkar Hashem, lo yitnein b'Shabbos, and he says that don't say lo yitnein b'Shabbos means it's also to mafresh matanos on Shabbos if you're korei Shem on erev Shabbos. Now, if you're korei Shem on erev Shabbos, you can then that's fine. But nevertheless, you should not give him on Shabbos. Well, you name it Shabbos because you shouldn't take the Kohen on Shabbos. And in even Beis Hillel, who holds we learned that you can take Challah Matanos to Kohen Yontif, whether they were taken off yesterday or today. That he's the Beis Hillel says only says that by Challah and by Matanos, but not by Trumas Umaisros. Trumas Umaisros you can't take to the Kohen on the Yontif, and evidently because it's early, it's really early in the process. Challah and the Matanos, Oral Chaim Keva, are at the end of the process, right? So it's only when you actually make the dough or actually shech the animal. But Trumas and Maasros could have done much earlier. So therefore, Trumas and Maasros, which could have done way before, they're not at the end of the process. You should have taken care of it before Shabbos or before Yontif, and therefore you can take it to the Kohen on Yontif or on Shabbos. Okay, now we say Hadar Alpha min Hahi Vahi Alpha min Hadar. The Mishnah over there is talking about Yontif, and as we have the Machlokas Beis Shammai Beis Hillel, it's certainly true about Shabbos. The same idea, right? Kolshkein, that the Kolshkein is a little bit difficult. Yeah, so he actually, Reb Chaim is changing this here, and let's see inside according to what he says. Hadar Yalfa min Hahi Vayalfa min Hadar. Hadar Yalfa min Hahi. Hadar Yalfa min Hahi, that he he Yontif he Shabbos, right? I think Chaim doesn't say this. I think that this Hadar and Hahi here are just like Talmud and Talmud and Hacha by the Yerushalmi gets said sometimes is backwards. So here too, our Mishnah says Mishkar Shem L'Chumas Ma'aser Shel Demai Ma'aser Ani Shel Ba'ad everything b'Shabbos, right? You shouldn't think on Shabbos. So Hadar Yalfa Mina Hi Yalfa Mina Da Davma Hi from our the Yontif learns that from Shabbos. He Shabbos he Yontif. He should not take the Chumas and Maestros on Shabbos, just like on Shabbos shouldn't take him. So I think Yontif shouldn't take him. Vayafa min Hada. This is not going to work out with the second part. Not going to work out. Okay, I can't go with my shot here. Let's go back to the Chasim Sofer. Now it's not Chasim Sofer. What's that? But I forget what the dollar Hayalef means. Havamina, what it usually means. So the Chasim Sofer says, this now makes, now I understand it much better. Haday Alpha Minahi. Zek Havanoso. This means, Mishnah Seinu Yalfa Mi Mishnah Beitza. Our Mishnah learns in the Mishnah Beitza. The Havamina, I might have thought, Lo Yitol, when it says you shouldn't take, or in our Mishnah, Lo Yitol, Hainu Lo Yafrish, means you shouldn't separate the Chumas and Ma'aser and Shabbos on Yontif. I've over v'hifresh, but if you were over and you're mafresh on Yontif, or mufrashim every Yontif, or he said every Yontif, mutar name the coin, then you're allowed to give him the coin on Yontif. Al kain yalfa mihad detani emalikim truma lebeis Hillel. So therefore we learn from that over there where we know according to Beis Hillel you only can take challah and matanos, but not truma. That huadin hacha. here too, lo yitle means ha'ainu lo yitnem. You should not give them. It means that you shouldn't, not that you shouldn't not be mafish them, but rather you shouldn't give them. The two ahi alpha minado. And the Mishnah Bates, and learns from the Mishnah here. The hava mina I thought lo yolichenu. You can't bring it to the Kohen's house on his house. The yochal the he there. So dami lo yolichenu. Avo yovel lebesa b'yochal. But the Kohen only can come to your house and eat it. Kamashal Masisan. Our Mishnah therefore tells us dafka b'Kohen harogi letzlo shelo yisbolim shetorah mayom. It's only by a Kohen who normally eats by him, so people won't think they took of the truma today because this Kohen comes to him every Shabbos, every it comes to him frequently on a frequent basis. So now let's see that inside again. He yontif he Shabbos. Now that's Chazon Sofer obviously is elaborating because the Lashon of Gemara is very cryptic. So Chazon Sofer is saying that just like on just like the here I might have thought that our mission which references Shabbos, so I might have thought that lo yitne means don't take them off. But if you took it off, it's okay. Don't take them off. Lo yitne means don't take it off. But if you did take it off, you can give it to the Kohen, like with the Evet. So therefore, we learn from there, from the Yontif, right, where it says you can't give it. So also here too, by Shabbos, even Yontif, actually, Bates is also called Maseches Yontif. So it could mean that that's a reference, but probably not. But it's just like we learn over there that in Yontif, Lo Yit name, here too, when it's by Shabbos, it says Lo Yit also means not just don't take it off, but also Lo Yit name, you can't give them. If again it was moved first from Erev Shabbos or first today, too bad I can't give it. Vahi Alpha Minadah and that Mishnah over there we learn from over here that Bilimudim that I might have thought okay you can't give even Mesosis can't take Jumas and Maestros to the Kohen to the Ani, but maybe you can invite him in. So therefore, our Mishnah tells us it's only Bilimudim, it's only they normally come, not if they're specially coming because of this Truma or Meiser or the event. Right? Bilimudim, avo b'she'enam limudim, lo salak al barnash, mecho piste bebeise de chavre. The interesting way to put it. If it's not rogil, then the person can't come in and eat the loaf of his in his friend's house. Sounds like it's like a general statement, but it seems to be a particular statement here by Trumas Sumais No. You can't come in and eat it eat it in his house unless he's lamud b'kach. Okay, Tani lo yisayev adam chaver l'orcha b'shashu de she'ino rotzeh. Says the Reed Baz. Shabbos in the Zelakan. Why is this here? Yishun the Kai Masisin di Dons going on mission Tina Bima Yakoin B'Chulei Lemudim B'Chulei Ubat Shodiem Perishos Yosav Ubat Shodiem Ibnei Gnevas Das. Yes, tell him I'm only having it. Normally I'd have you because you're Lemudim, but today it's because I have a special need. So he says, in order to prevent Gnevas Das, says you shouldn't think that this is one of his acts of kindness. So this time he has a special need to do this kindness. We'll talk about Gnevas Das. Same thing over here. So the person you shouldn't plead this with your friend to come to be visited by you and to be your guest when you know she ain't rotzeh because it's Gnevas Das. You know very well it's not coming, but you want to look good, so you try and you pressure him to come, and then the guy thinks, oh, he must really want me to come, only though, but the host is only doing it because he knows you're not coming. You should also not be makarib of somebody, which evidently means to give him gifts when he knows that the person is not going to accept those gifts anyway. Mal b'tikrova or kroves. So the Gemara says, what does it mean tikroves? And Pnei Moshe says, "My lashon tikroves come out of a loktani matanos." Why I say tikroves and not matanos? Yada shu rachitz v'umachachalove. So he knows and is confident. Yada shu rachitz means Yada, and he's also rachitz. He knows and is confident that his friend will not want him to come. His friend's not going to want these things. And Machal and he's being matriach him and pleading with him to take it, which is not really what the it's the name Moshe is a much different shot. He doesn't learn rachitz like be'an or rachitz, which means bitachon. He says that he washed his hands. Go wash again. So that is the tikroves means he's trying to be makar of him, ask him to go wash again, which was Reb Chaim learned. So he says Yada Shu Rachitz. He learns a Pnei Moshe Yada V'Suda, and Bumachu Levi Shematzav Lito Yada V'Suda again. He does say the Gersa of the Gra is Yada She'eno Rotza. Instead Yada Shu Rachitz. He says Yada She'eno Rotza. Nevertheless, he's much riach on him. Yerushalmi Demai pilchach the smaller liyamina, and in Yerushalayim they would turn the pelach. What is the pelach again? So they would when they invited guests for Suda, they it's in the Bible somewhere. Is it sukkah? I think it might be a sukkah. They had this map, this flag they used to put out. When they invited guests to a suda, they would put up like a flag in front of the house. As long as it was on the left-hand side of the opening, it was known that there was place for guests to come in, and they would come in. When the house was full and there was no more room for guests, so they put the flag on the right side of the door. This is assuming they shouldn't come anymore. And it was in order to prevent Gnevas Das, that people would think that they're being invited, and in fact not being invited because there's no place. So you want to be meticulous. They want to make sure people didn't want a misimpression and live it up for a moment after they knew they had no more place for for guests to come. Tani emochem beis ava beklis chuchis tzivua. You can't take a gift to Beis Ava in an opaque glass vessel, which can see Neshu Tono Tanas Chinam, because we don't know what's inside it. Everyone's going to assume, well, it's a glass vessel, probably something skoshev, but it's opaque. You can put like a little layer at the bottom. So therefore, you don't take the Beis Ava again because of Gnevas Das. That brings us to the top of Daf Lamed Ches. We'll stop here.